and shit is going nuts! So how you guys doing tonight? What's up, Sukulan? Sachiko! Sky my guy! Sacha! Hi-do! How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good to see you! You ready to get into this crazy fuck mess? Like, what is happening anymore? There's so many words, it's confusing. It's nuts. From what I can tell. Alright, so we're new to this village. Every Onikakushi festival, somebody dies and somebody is demoned away. The Onikakushi? Something like that? They're demoned away. And every one of those victims has some connection to our little group of friends. And wouldn't it just be so lovely to, have your friends come over and bring you some mochi? You know, the lovely little mochi. You would never expect harm from mochi from a cute girl, right? Well, we almost died. There was a needle in the mochi. They're trying to kill us. I don't know. We have been warned not to talk to Oshi-san. But there are Oshi. How can we not talk to Oshi-san? Moshi Moshi Oshi-san. I decided to unlock more Smash characters. Really? I need to do that still. I always forget to do that. What characters do you not have? Fuck, I don't know. There's so many characters. What character are you hoping to get? I guess. Would you rather talk to an old cop or cute girls? I mean, but it's not just an old cop. It's my Oshi. Ah! I don't know what characters. I don't know. Fair. There's a lot of Smash characters. I don't know who I would want that I don't already have, but... Ed, good luck, though. Good luck. You know the trick, though, right? To, turn it off, turn it back on to get it faster? I kind of forgot it. But I know there's a faster way to get characters. Yeah. I don't remember. Well, let's get started with Higurashi. Hey, other Sky. What's up, Sky 2022? How you doing, bro? Look at the skies. Beautiful. How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. We're just about to get started. So get comfy and get ready to get spooky. I was feeling some tingles last time. There's a couple times because, that's right, we learned that Reina has some mental illness. She has Minhara. She has some kind of illness. And it made her go a little crazy at her old school. She busted out all the windows. Oh, that's so cool. But by the end of it, she was in, she was being, counseled or whatever. She had, psychology. I don't remember what she fucking had. But she was talking about Oyashiro-sama. And we learned that Reina is actually from Hinabazawa. She moved away and came back. So everybody is from this town. Except us. And of course Tomatake, who died. So convenient. There's a classic mode where you play that guarantees new character. Nice. Get it. I'm doing good. How are you doing today? Sky, how you doing? I'm doing good. I ate my food. I'm all good. I am ready to get spooky. There should only be 2 chapters left. I'm hoping to at least get through chapter 11. I heard chapter 12 is long. So I hope chapter 11 isn't short. Because I really don't want to have to do both chapters tonight. But I guess we'll have to see. What's up, outside? Konnichiwa. How are you? I'm doing good. How you doing? Konnichiwa. That's cute. good. How about you, Sky? I'm doing great. How about you, Sky? Oh, love it. I'm doing good. Oh, fuck. I gotta get this started. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, we did read the tip. What was it last time? Not feeling so hot. That was Mion and Reina talking to each other, yeah? Oh, we did learn about Satoshi! Satoko's older brother, Satoshi. He used to be in their group. He used to sit where we sit. But he, quote-unquote, transferred out. You know. I don't really know all that's going on. But I know shit doesn't seem right. Shit don't seem right. Let's continue. A sky meeting in the skies! God, those birds always freak me out. Drink o'clock is in 8 hours. No, now. Do it now. Why wait? You could be dead in 8 hours. Like us. Fucking Keishi's gonna die. What did one fruit say to the other? Smell you later. What? I'd rather not get fired. But it could be fine. Well, you'll get a story out of it. This is the first time I ever woke up with such clarity. It was 5:59, just moments before my alarm would go off. I was amazed at the precision of my internal clock. I had made preparations for the next day of school before I went to bed. I changed quickly and ascended to the deserted lower floor. It appeared that my mom was still asleep. Neither breakfast nor lunch was ready. Yesterday, I just unilaterally declared that I would be leaving early today, so I couldn't be out. I slathered jam on some bread and topped it with instant cocoa. That sounds delicious! Just as I was finishing up breakfast, Mom rose groggily from her slumber. Hi, Keiichi, you're up early. Is there some sort of school event? Not really. Answering bluntly, I picked up my bag and stood up after stuffing 2 slices of bread down my throat. You're leaving already? What about lunch? If you don't wait a bit, I can make it. If I waited for her to make my lunch, then it would end up being the same time as usual. If I did that, it would raise the chances of me running into Reina and Mion on the way. Yes, from today onwards, I was going to school alone. So brave. I'll be fine for today. And then what will you do for lunch? I'll slip out and buy some bread or something at the store. Yeah, give me money, Mama. Really? Then you get some lunch money? Best Mama. But be sure to bring me back the receipt. Oh. But why? I took the 1,000-yen bill from Mom and slipped it into my pocket. Is that like $10? It's pretty early. out to me was someone we always pass by as they were taking a walk along the edge of the fields. Their name was... I forgot. Of course, this wasn't the spot where we usually pass each other. I woke up early today, so I thought it would be a good change of pace. That's all. Nothing suspicious here. I threw out a random excuse. What about Reina and Myeon-chan? Are you by yourself today? Well, yeah. I was being asked the same type of questions my mom was asking. So I answered them in the same uninteresting, vague manner. Why so loud? It wasn't funny being asked where Reina was each time I passed by someone. But maybe it was to be expected. It was because for so long we were always together so amicably. I had to turn my headset down. Even I felt that if I let my guard down, we could still be Stop it, Keiichi. Oh, that's right! We have a voice in our head now! Isn't that fantastic? We made a new friend! Which, I believe, it's either some shit with Satoshi, or it really is Oyashiro-sama. Or whatever demons are causing the Onikakushi, I guess. Who could it be? The inner monologue! The demon in all of us! Yugli! What's up, Yugli? How you doing? Good morning! What's going on, bro? You're up early! How you doing? What are you doing up so early? I don't usually see you for like another hour. Yugli, you better get good sleep. I swear. Oh, don't think about that anymore. You spent all day yesterday thinking about how dangerous it was to go soft, didn't you? Shut up! I'm a hard 100%. Beep 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 beep. Moshi moshi oshi-san. A car horn blared from out of nowhere. Even though I was walking lost in thought, that horn was way too close. A mechanical behemoth barreled at me from behind, catching me completely off guard. By the time I turned around, the van's hulking chassis was almost on top of me. I see plenty of cars veer to the opposite shoulder to avoid pedestrians, but this car was doing the opposite. It felt like there was somebody on the opposite shoulder, and the van was swerving in my direction to avoid them. That blissfully ignorant train of thought delayed me from realizing something much, much more important. That large mass was hurtling right at me. Was it going to hit me? Was the inside of my head instantly flooded with a painful cold liquid? In that moment, the scene before me, no, time itself had frozen. In the silence of the frozen moment, I compared the van, so close I had no way to dodge it, and my body, the upper half, twisted awkwardly in order to look behind me. There was no way I could dive out of the way in my current position. If I lost focus now, this moment would unpause, and I would probably be blown over, caught in the silly pose. Bend my upper body over towards the patio by the side of the road. If I bent far enough, I get away with just being hit by the side view mirror. As soon as that thought crossed my mind, the temporal status was shattered by the deafening sound of the van. A side mirror struck my shoulder, sending me spinning off through the air like a top, locked in my contorted position. Kaplash! Scintillating through the air, I crashed into the muddy patty on the side of the road. My entire body was soiled and drenched. But the choice I had made in that instant was unmistakably at the best. I was covered in mud, but when the alternative was being hit by a car, it was the closest I could be to being unscathed. Rising out from the patio, I had an car just now? Was it trying to run me over? Wasn't it? Thinking back, I did feel like there had been a car creeping up on me slowly for a while. That's right. As soon as I parted ways with that person taking a walk, I had that feeling the whole time. If they had wanted to pass me, and there was no shortage of chances. Normally, I would have felt suspicious and turned around sooner. I was lost in thought, and now kicking myself for not realizing I was there sooner. And then, when the path became so narrow that no one was in sight, he floored it. If I had hesitated for even a moment, the result would have been no laughing matter. As the adrenaline rush from nearly being run over subsided, the realization of just how terrifying the preceding events were sunk in. There was no doubt about it. That fan was intentionally trying to hit me. A cold, vicious sweat seeped from my scalp and slid down my back before dribbling off. I struggled to avoid falling into a panic. There was still the possibility that this was really just an accident. Calm down, Keiichi. But also, don't be so naive, Keiichi. Being that lax will get you killed next time. You need to always be on your toes. Don't give them any openings. If my enemy was really out to kill me, the next time, they would use a more reliable method. If that time came and I was acting like I was now, I being covered in mud was the price I had to pay for my own naivety. Covered in mud, but without injury. Not even a sprain. I guess this was what you would call a silver lining. I began walking again, this time cautiously. I wouldn't even show a hint of carelessness. I had suspected only Rain and the others up until now. No, it was because I had suspected them that I had to believe there was no other enemies. Oshi-san had said so, didn't he? There was a possibility that all the families of the village were involved. Was I really immersed so deeply in this situation that I had no choice but to try and carry on as usual? Wouldn't it be safest just to hole myself up in a house? But the moment I abandoned my regular routine, everyone around me would abandon theirs as well. I was just too horrifying of a thought. I recall the tales Oshi-san told me of when Hinamizawa's stole called Onikakushi. A frightening tale of an entire village of demons hunting their prey, surrounding them and eating them alive. One must not interfere with the demons. One must pretend not to see it. The enemies were numerous, all the village families. The villagers, with their unwavering faith in the curse, would do nothing to help me. The strong, sudden flash of sunshine made me slightly dizzy. I had no idea what was going on anymore. When I suspected it was the work of a man, I caught a glimpse of Oyashiro-sama's curse. And when I suspected it was Oyashiro-sama's curse, someone would poke their head out. What was coincidence? Was it all intentional? Who was my enemy? Who was just bystanders? No, what I really, truly wanted to know, how did I end up with the proverbial bullseye painted on my back? Eventually an answer in a form I could understand will appear. I don't care when that happens. Because until then, I cannot die. That alone fueled my resolve to fight and will keep me alive. Let's go, Keiichi! Whew! That was a lot of talking. Alright, little chat break. Let me go look over. I'm gonna just start taking chat breaks and take a drink and talk with you guys before I continue the story. Whew! It is getting nuts though. We almost got ran over by a car! Shit! Let me see. What did I miss? Nothing much, just missed fucking skull because I fell asleep 10 minutes before the stream! Yuki! didn't not get it. Maybe. What? Sancho, those are very confusing sentences. Like, what? What are you? Please no. Please no. Please call somebody if you need help. Please. Because that's not good. You shouldn't be tripping balls or feeling like that either. Call somebody and make sure you're okay. Seriously. Keiichi either being isekai or develops a love for nose candy? What? And writes 200 bucks. What the? Why nose candy? Yuck. Alright, gotta get a drink. Damn, next guy you're gonna tell me I shouldn't drink and listen to emo music. As long as you're in a good mood, man. But him, that doesn't sound like a good mood. It's what happened to Stephen King? Look, shut up. Keiichi's not Stephen King. What? I remember seeing the metal bat in the gym storage shed, but there was a padlock on the door barring my entrance. That's right. We're trying to get the bat to protect ourselves. That's why we left early. Well, then we want to avoid everybody. Keiichi King. At the very least, I wanted to get my hands on before everyone else arrived at school. I circled around the school grounds impatiently. All I could find were things like pieces of lumber, nothing that I could bring into the classroom easily. But then I had an epiphany. I should search inside the classroom. If it was something in the classroom to begin with, then there wouldn't be a problem. Smart Keiichi. I could tell that everyone's indoor shoes were still in their locker. Good thing I came early. Nobody else was here yet. I wonder, what could I find in the classroom? I didn't think I could find anything especially effective, like a bat. But it could be helpful, or it could be helped at this point. Until the gym storage shed was open, I needed to find a substitute. A lingering hint of naivety whispered that there was no way I'd be attacked at school. But such soft ideas were no longer protecting me. To think that they were slowly making their way into parts of my life that I had once thought impenetrable. In the worst case, my own house might not be safe anymore. But that was an incredibly frightening thought. But I believe that not considering the worst case scenario would have been even more frightening. Anyways, I will survive. So long as I... Please, I thought he was gonna start singing. I really was expecting it. So as long as I lived, then I will definitely be able to escape this labyrinth of nonsense. Oh, I love Labyrinth. That's a fun movie. Definitely. Yeah, see, a game agrees. My exploration of the classroom came to an impasse. That much was to be expected. But there was no way there would be anything that could be a weapon in the classroom. In case of emergency, there was probably nothing I could do but swing my open chair around. My keys landed on the lockers that had come to be used for personal storage. The locker that Mion used to store hers pile of games was among them. There was one for each person in the class, all lined up. You know how lockers are. Of course, there was one for me as well. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be a tracksuit in my locker. See me covered in mud would be strange. I should go change later. But first, I needed a weapon. If one of my classmates came, it would be hard to rummage through all the lockers. I swiftly began opening lockers one by one. They're mostly just filled with things like gym clothes, personal items, and umbrellas. An umbrella? metal bat. It was well worn and pretty beaten up, but there was no doubt it was usable. In that locker, it reeked of mold. There also hung a baseball uniform. It was probably the locker of a student in a Pee Wee League or something like that. If that was the case, then he probably asked for it back. At that time, I could hear the voice of children scuffling their way noisily in the hall. Among them, I could make out Rika-chan and Satoko. Good morning! Ohio! My, you're quite early this morning, Keiichi-san. I nonchalantly hit the bat I was holding behind my back. Well, what's with your outfit? You're covered in mud! Yeah, I had a little incident. I'm gonna change now, so cut me some slack. With that said, I began taking off my clothes. Satoko began to blush just as I expected her to. Keiichi, you dance! Changing in front of a lady? Have you no tact at all? I would think that a lady staring at someone who has changed you would be one lacking in tact. Shut up! Shut up! There's no changing room for boys, so just deal with it. Why isn't there a changing room for boys? Why would that be a thing? Hi, Varden! How you doing? Hello? I won't be able to stay long today, but I hope the game goes well. Oh, you gotta go get some good sleep, Varden. You gotta get that good sleep, dude. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, Varden. Hoi, Vardy. Vardy, that's cute, Vardy. I hope you have a good night, man. Thanks for dropping in, though. Go get some good sleep. I hope you rest up. Because Keiichi is the only male student? I don't think he's the only one in class. He's just the only one in club. I think he did say there were other guys in class at the beginning, but we only got girls in our club. Except for moi, of course. I will survive. Yeah. Is Red Wine an emo song? I don't know that song, so I would not be able to tell you. No idea. Sacha, you need to go talk to somebody that's not for here. That's not for here. I'm sorry you're not doing good, but you need somebody you can actually talk to and not can't do that. Yeah. Sorry, Sacha. Please go call somebody. Please. Go take care of yourself. But I can't help you. And putting that into a chat is it's just not a good idea. It's just not. I hope you're good. I hope you well, though. Poor Sacha. Yeah, okay. We read all that. Hi, what's up, Saku? How you doing, Saku? Good to see you, bro. What's going on tonight? Got a good drink. Okay, you're EP? I'm a little sleepy. Was at work late? Oh no. Did like a last minute party come in or something? Oh, Hansu! No, Saku! How dare you, it's Saku! It's cute! As Satoko feigned disgust, she went into the hall, still blushing. Conversely, Rika-chan continued to stare at me, preparing to change. If Rika-chan is lady as well, then I don't think it would be appropriate for you to be watching. I'm not a lady, so it's fine. God damn, Rika, let's go! She deliberately pouted and looked at me with upturned eyes. Then starting now, you're a lady. If I'm a lady, then I suppose I must. Aww! Rika-chan appeared Oh, I thought she was gonna have a scary face. Are you gonna start playing baseball? It seemed that Rika-chan had noticed the bat. Yeah, just, I was feeling a bit out of shape. So I thought I'd try practicing my swing. I think it's wonderful you're taking care of your health. She was talking like an old lady despite her appearance. After saying that, Rika-chan started to leave again, but stopped and looked back at me once more. Please don't lose that bat. Rika? Is Rika on my side? Is Rika on my side? I don't know. A group of doctors stay for like 4 hours? Damn. But they're doing good work, so that's still a long time to be after hour. Damn. I feel bad if I get close to like an hour close to closing. 4 hours after closing? Damn. Who should I call? There's numbers. You can look up a hotline. I don't have the number, but you can Google it. There's always someone to talk to. You have friend, family, and Google the hotline. Just talk to somebody. You figured out your girlfriend was cheating on you? Oh, that does fucking suck. But I'm sorry, this is not a place to be talking about that. I'm sorry, no. I know. We're playing Higurashi. I'm sorry. But you need to talk to somebody one-on-one, and I can't do that for you. Depends on the kind of doctors. That's true. That's kind of true, yeah, I don't know. I assume just normal hospital doctors? I don't know. That's a long time, though. Damn. It seems sure I knew I took it out of someone's locker. There was no name on the locker door. I didn't know whose bat it was, but I would be borrowing it until they complained. It wouldn't be for long, just until the gym storage shed was open. How much you want to bet it's Satoshi? How much you want to bet it's Satoshi's? And that's why there's mold in the locker. Like, why else would that be in there? It's gotta be, right? Kaiju bot? You're a bot! What's up, no-go? How you doing tonight? How's it going? Are you working or are you resting? They could be shutters, doctors of philosophy. What? Kaiju! What's up, Kevin? How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you. How's your night going? Hope you guys are having a good one so far. Nothing too much has happened. We almost got killed by a car. But other than that, nothing has happened too much. We left home early. We got to school early. We found the metal bat. We found a metal bat. I'm betting it's Satoshi's. I guess that's pretty much it. We got dirt on us. We're changing our clothes. So I kicked the girls out of the room. I'm fine. Did anyone die yet? No, not yet. I mean, not today. We almost did. So Itake's still dead. So, technically yes and no. So, depends. It wouldn't be... Oh, yes, I read that. After quickly changing into the tracksuit, I checked the time. I still have plenty of time before class began because I came so early. Hey, yo. I took the bat in one hand and went out to the schoolyard. That was, of course, to practice my swing. I needed to make it known I would always have a bat on me so I could practice my swing. At some point, the sunlight had become even stronger. Disregarding my classmates as they made their way to school, I took my position in the shadow of the school building. I wasn't the academic type, and I wasn't much of an athlete either. I'm just a normal, every guy dude that you can project your insecurities on. I might get muscle pains if I just suddenly started swinging. I should at least start out with some warm-ups. I doubt anyone would think I was doing something out of the ordinary, which was the exact opposite of my actual mental state. I gripped the bat and swung lightly. A bat was by no means light. The weight would make it a reliable weapon when I needed it to be. Of course, I could only pray that the moment I needed it to use it as a weapon would never come. Just carrying it around could deter attacks against me. At least, that's what I hoped. This is what it sounds like when the cicadas cry? Exactly! Oh, fuck hi! Oh, fuck hi! Yeah, those are the cicadas making all that noise. Aren't they beautiful and majestic? Huh? K-John? What are you doing? Being bombarded with such a hysterical voice, I jumped! Wow, K-Kun, are you on the baseball team? The baseball team? No. It was right on me on. I was surprised to hear you went off ahead. What are you doing, K-Chan? Can't you tell by looking? I'm practicing my swing, idiot. For the championship. You can say it's part of my diet if you want. Diet? K-Chan, are you really that fat? Bet you didn't know. I actually have a beer belly. Let's go! Beer belly by 16! Hell yeah, I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming. Now what does it sound like when doves cry? I don't know. But I've heard the devil cry. It's Plump and Jiggles. Plump and Jiggles, Plump and Jiggles. She's 5! Wow. Wow. It's Plump and Jiggles. Plump and Jiggles. Raina, you don't have to imagine something weird like that. To stop Raina from imagining something vulgar, I ruffle her hair messily. What's wrong with thinking of vulgar things? Well then, hope you make it to regionals at least. This old man will cheer you on. Love you, Mion, you psycho little fuck. Originally speaking, it seems that Oshima Ai is pretty strong. They say their South Park, Kameda-kun is amazing. Good luck. I'm never gonna hear these names again. Why am I even trying? It seems like they made me out as some kind of local prodigy, but oh well. Well, if I really did make it to championships, it would be a cinch. After all, I'd be the pitcher and the catcher. Yo! I pitch the ball, then run past the ball I just threw and change over to be the catcher in a burst of super incredible explosive speed. I laughed dryly at the ludicrous image. Coming back to my senses, I smashed the bat against the ground. Threateningly. Menacingly. Damn it! What am I laughing at? I pounded the ground over and over. With each impact, the vibration traveled through the bat, stung my hands. If they made me smile like that, I'll come. Don't allow anyone close to me. Don't trust anyone. No matter how many times I tell myself, if they make me smile, I already knew quite well that they were demons swelling in my smiling friends. But I couldn't believe it. Did that kind of split personality really exist? High school tryst. Tryst? I wouldn't know. Like how Reina confess to the doctor. Were they simply possessed by Onishiro-sama? In other words, did a natural being, or a supernatural being like Oyashiro-sama really exist? And was it possessing everyone to try and kill me? Yeah, that would be wonderful. If only everyone you doing, Sky? I can come over for a night. It's for science. It's for science. I know I heard stuff about jiggles. What? Nice. You texted the national hotline? Good. Good, Sacha, good. I hope I can help you out, bro. Yeah. Hey, yo, what now? You're not my high school crush! What? What if I possessed her? Then it's fine, right? Right? You damn fool, Ch.1 butter! Come on now! I yelled out, drawing out all the fire from the pit of my stomach, and raised the bat violently into the air. Stop being so soft! Get hard! Their smiles are making me come so much I can't get hard anymore! God damn it! As I screamed out with all my might, I beat the metal bat into the ground over and over, cause I can't beat my meat anymore! With every impact, my weakness is being beaten down. Smash! Forget! Smash! Don't be soft! Smash! Get hard! Know your enemy! Smash! Get pregnant! Like how I'd let them kill me? My shoulders heaved up and down from my ragged breathing. I heard the first bell ring just as I calmed down. Bing-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding! A-bing-a-ding-a-ding! Bwah, 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 bwah! Bwah, 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 bwah! Smash, bwah, 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 smash! I gasped with a sudden realization. And that was the final bell. As I felt all the tension drain from me, I let out a deep breath. Wait, you just went to recess. How could that be the end of the day? Was it? What? Wait, we just started the day. What? You went outside, did a few swings, and that's the end of the day? Alright. I mean, my mind was in a muddled state for much of the entire day. I didn't feel like I was awake, but it didn't feel like I was asleep either. I couldn't say it felt especially comfortable, but I felt a kind of relief that the sanctity of the school, part of my daily life, had yet to be violated. Lick my ass! How long would I have to keep on living like this? I would only grit my teeth and bear with it as this living hell slowly gnawed at me. Ch.1! Come on! It's clock time, clock time! We're gonna play the deduction game! Oh, bro! Bro! We better! I swear, if we don't, I'll be mad! Bro, I had a lot of high school crushes. I don't know who I would say was the top pick! I can possess them all, baby! Just let me know where to find them. And you. I am scared of cop cars for the same reason as well. Well, cops are, yeah. Japanese school days are shorter. Are they? Are they really? I know they don't have, like, our same summer. They, like, do smaller breaks in between, but they have more breaks? Something? Now that's a fun idea. I know, right? Right? I mean, algo, thank you, Saku. I like the algorithm. The algo noises. That's why it's called a rhythm. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I want a drink. I only have tea. But damn, would alcohol would be nice. Alcohol. 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 That sound of Reina's voice brought me back to my senses. Come on, Ch.1, stop spacing out. Bring your desk. Everyone's moving their desks together as usual. Yeah, you're telling me we didn't even have lunch together? What, did he just stay swinging the bat outside the entire it's lunchtime. It's weird for us to just be the end of the day. I could go for some rum and cokes. Yeah, me too. Me too, that sounds good. I calm myself down a lot more now. Good. Good to hear, Sacha. Good. I really hope the hotline helps you out. I'm sorry, I can't really be a help on here. I'm sorry. But I am glad that you're feeling better. That shit sucks, dude. That shit sucks hard. But hey, at least you don't have a whole village trying to murder you, right? Right. What the fuck is going on in here? How you doing, Miss Cass? Everyone shut the fart up now. Fart? Everybody shut up. I have an erection. He's got a mustache. What? I go up from rum and rum. Sing, bass, for real. How you doing? I'm not erect right now? Well, what? Aren't you? How dare you come to my stream and not be fully fucking erect? How dare you? You're just like Keiichi. He's too soft. He's gotta get hard. Such shames. We'll do better and fix it. No. Franklin's trying his damn hardest doing that dance for you, and you're not even gonna get hard? For shame! Look at Franklin, he's shaking it! He's shaking it good! The little spider on my head! You bastard! I was fully erect, then you started streaming! Now I just got a chum! How you doing? I mean, goddamn, did you finish right before my stream, or how you doing? How you doing? That's right, it was happy fun club time! But I had no intention of taking part. I have hazily stuffed the contents of my desk into my bag as I prepare to go home. It was a weak-handed gesture to avoid having to actually say, I'll be going home now. Bye, bitches! What's this, Ch.1? You planning on going home right away? Mion sounded quite disappointed. I'm just not in the mood. Could you just let me be for a while? The tone of my words that spilled from my mouth matched Mion's disapproving glare. It felt like the air in the room had dried out. The Santical looked like she was about to say something, but perhaps, dissuaded by the mood, she swallowed her words and stayed silent. Nobody said a thing. I took that mean that I could leave if I wanted. But the collective gaze of the four of them, like the tiny pins used to mount an insect in a display, held me in place. Reina was the one who cut through the heavy mood. Keiichi-kun, you just didn't like playing with girls, I guess. She said in such a melancholic tone that it sent a wave of pain racing through my heart. Man, she knows how to play ya. This pain was going to kill me. I wanted to be the soft part of me that could still feel pain, not my heart. I tore at my chest, violently tearing out the pins that held me in place. That's not it at all. I'd only be hurting myself by saying anything more, so I swallowed my words. Cutting things off there, I turned away and exited the room. They didn't speak a word to me as I left. It was a long, dull trip back home, but I didn't lose focus. I firmly squeezed the grip of the bat, which was already sogging from sweat. Realizing that, I wiped it down with my sleeve. If something were to happen, I wouldn't want it to be slippery. Since this morning, I've become especially sensitive to the presence of cars. Even while walking, my ears pricked up and sound out threatening sounds and presences that could be closing in. And that was why I could hear it. Without a doubt, there were footsteps. Those footsteps had matched up perfectly with mine for a while now. All I could sense, it was just one person. intention of being careless. Did they intend to follow me like that car this morning until there was a good location to assault me? Then it wasn't a good idea to keep walking like this. I stopped walking and looked back. The wooded path crowded with trees responded with silence, as if nobody was there to begin with. But I wouldn't be fooled. I was certain footsteps were following me. And just as I stopped, the footsteps stopped as well. Meaning the person following me had wanted to keep their distance. That was, without doubt, proof that I was their target. I held my breath, waiting for that presence to panic and start moving again. The trees rustled with the sound of the wind. The Higurashi also joined in the dissonant chorus, trying to throw my focus into disarray. Had 5 minutes passed? Or had it been like this the whole 30 minutes? It was so hard to breathe that I might have suffocated. It seemed I would be the first one to panic. Without a doubt, he was lurking in the shade of that tree with bated breath. But then, I made the first move. I fixed my grip on the bat. I raised it up to my shoulder to be ready to swing it at any time. Hey! I know you're there! With all of my might, I screamed at whoever was hiding in the shade of the trees. But the presence in the shade didn't budge. Until the moment I found them, they had no intention of revealing themselves. I know already! I know you're there! I screamed out angrily at them again, but even still they didn't move at all. Then I'll go over there myself. That scream is getting saved? What? What's up, John? How you doing? 4 hours? But Franklin, I'm afraid, has no dick? You don't know what Franklin be at packing. You don't know what Franklin got. Although Yo-Kaiju survived the madness as these kids swallow their words in sadness. I don't know if it's sadness. They're just crazy. I'm taking a drink. I spilled a little, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Alright. With all due diligence, I approached step by step. Stepping into the tree's shadow, I saw a human figure there. That figure was curled up like a small animal. Reina! When she realized I had found her, her expression softened. She seemed apologetic, but wasn't going to speak a word. Did you have some business with me? I wouldn't accept that silence and screamed the question at her. Not really, it's just, Reina was in a panic with tears welling up in her eyes, but it was obvious that she had been following me. What about the club? Since you're not, I'm not. That shouldn't matter. Don't mind me and just play. But I'm just worried about you. Thinking of how I've been acting up until now, it wasn't hard to imagine that my behavior could have been perceived as strange. Serena was concerned at a quick glance. That's how it would seem. But I wasn't going to let my guard down that easily. Even if that was really the case, she still wouldn't have to do something like that. Something like trying to tail me. She should have called out to me when I was leaving and gone out right with me. But Reina didn't do that. She kept her distance from me and matched my walking speed. On top of that, she matched the sound of her footprints and deceivously tried to hide her presence from me. Then after she realized I noticed she was there, she held her breath as she tried hiding from me. She wore a timid expression that would force one to take pity on her, but without a doubt, she was tailing me. Stop following me. How? Still glaring at Reina, I continued onwards. After I walked for a bit, she ignored my command and began walking again, so I yelled at her once more. I told you not to follow me! Yeah, but expression. Then walk ahead of me. I'll start walking once I can't see you anymore. I moved out of the way and waved my bat violently to urge her forward. I like to go home together with you. Making a pitiful expression, she merely squeaked out those words in a voice that she knew would cut into my heart. That agitated me to no end. I knew it was a lie. If you wanted to go home together, then you should have called out to me. Now you're just blurting out random lies. I'm sorry. It seemed that the seething anger within me was written all over my face. Even without me saying anything, Reina had understood what I was feeling inside. If you get it, then go. I swung the bat, urging her to walk again. Reina looked back and forth between me and the bat and started walking hesitantly, then stopped again. Go on then, get! I'm going! So please stop at the bat! It's scary! Reina caught herself up, pointing at me holding the bat. She may have realized that I was planning on using this bat, that I wasn't planning on using this bat for baseball. I lowered the bat, but still guardedly opened the way for her. Go. There's no problem now, is there? There was nothing else she could protest. She passed by me timidly, so as to not set me off. As I watched her pass by, she stopped completely after having barely moved at all. Hey, don't stop! Then a powerful gust blew past us, burying my face with dust. The dust got into my eyes and clouded my vision. Oh no. While rubbing my eyes with the left hand, I swung blindly with the bat in my right, protecting the small opening I had presented. Oh fuck, oh fuck! But Reina didn't even try to attack during the opening. Attack me? No, she hadn't budged an inch. I could tell from the sound of her fluttering skirt in the wind. As her skirt settled, so did the silence. At that moment, the voice inside me immediately warned me of impending danger. I was caught by surprise. The smell of the air had changed. Without me realizing it, the air around me suddenly felt like a calamity was about to befall me. It was like the air had suddenly become invisible concrete, like Reina and I were locked in the space. Reina didn't move an inch. Also unable to move, I stared back at her. Reina was the first to break the silence. Instantly, she altered her stance. I felt like I was just witnessed her shift from Reina into the other person who looks like Reina. But that voice was one I knew well, which filled me with a kind of bewilderment pity. Carelessly, I felt relieved upon hearing that pitiful voice. Well, excuse me, but... can I ask you something? Too shy to even turn around, Reina squeezed her voice out desperately. As she trembled. What? Why do you have a bat? I wonder. A question Reina asked was by no means unexpected. I can carry whatever I want. But you know, you didn't have one up until today. Why so suddenly? It's alright if I decide to do something suddenly, isn't it? Is it strange that I have a bat? Because, Keiichi, you're not the kind of person to play baseball. It's weird. I couldn't tell what kind of answer she was looking for, and I was getting tired of answering her. I suddenly got the urge to play baseball. Is that so weird? It's weird. She answered instantly, and that annoyed me slightly. I had suddenly wanted to play baseball. And I wanted to practice my swing, so I'm carrying it around a bat. What's strange about that? definitely. Why is Keiichi-kun also... Your ramblings are annoying me. Is it that strange for me to have an interest in sports? I try to sound a bit more threatening at the end of the conversation. Until my suspicion about Reina was cleared, I had no obligation to answer her questions. I'm sorry. Don't get so angry. Reina still didn't turn around and spat out words of an apology one after another. Just one last thing. Tell me one last thing. I don't feel like talking anymore. Hurry up and go. I yelled loudly at her, causing her to flinch like she had been struck. Seeing her in such a pathetic state caused my heart to ache sorely. But even though she was afraid, she stubbornly kept herself from moving. Before I was able to threaten her again, Reina asked her final question. Why is that the bat the same too? What did she mean by the bat was the same? I had no idea what she was talking about. What are you saying? I mean, why is even the bat the same? I don't understand what you mean at all. Say it clearly. Even still, Reina didn't turn around. Another inhaling deeply as she screamed. I mean, why is even the bat the same as Satoshi's? Satoshi? Being... Huh? Upon hearing the name out of the blue, I become dumbfounded for a brief moment. I fucking knew it. By Satoshi, did she mean the student who had transferred out last year? No, that couldn't be. Reina had tried to cover it up by saying he transferred, but Oshi-san told me quite clearly he was missing. He was a student who sat in my seat up until last year. He was believed to have been deemed away by Orishiro-sama's curse. I didn't know the details about his disappearance. The aunt he lived with was killed the night of the Watanagashi by a drug addict, and not long after that, he suddenly vanished and was now missing. That Satoshi and I were... What? My gaze fell to the bat in my hands. Could it be? Satoshi Hojo. It was a bit difficult to see, but that was what was written at the white tape at the end of the bat. I see. So this was Satoshi's bat. But Reina, you told me you didn't know Satoshi. Oh. This was Satoshi's bat. Since nobody was using it, I borrowed it. That's not a problem, is it? That's not it. The way Reina said that made it seem like this bat was something that should never be touched. Like it was some sort of offering at a shrine, or memento of the deceased. I could only stand there perplexed and unable to respond. Reina continued speaking without waiting for a response. Why is it that you're doing the exact same thing Satoshi-kun did when it happened to him? Reina was talking about more than just the bats belonging to Satoshi. It was the same with Satoshi-kun. He joined a baseball team, but he didn't really like baseball. What does that have to do with me? Satoshi-kun also suddenly started walking around with a bat one day. He joined a team, but he wasn't the type to play sports. What about it? I closed my mouth before I could say that out loud. Listen carefully, Keiichi. Reina is trying to tell us something important. Satoshi-kun also one day came to school all by himself all of a sudden. Just like Keiichi-kun. Then one day he suddenly started practicing his swing. Just like Keiichi-kun. Then one day he suddenly began carrying the bat around with him. Just like Keiichi-kun. Then one day he suddenly rushed back to the surrounding area. It was then that I could finally digest the contents of the entire conversation. She was saying my chains of actions was exactly the same as Satoshi's. What was the meaning of all this? Up until now, I'd forgotten all about Satoshi. I had never paid much thought to him in the first place. Not only that, I didn't even know anything of what he's done. My actions today should have been my own creation after all the planning I had done. But they had been the exact same as Satoshi's? Then Satoshi... No, more importantly, if both Satoshi and I acted the same, then there was a really good possibility that what happened after would be the same. Reina, that day, what happened to Satoshi? Reina knew. She knew what became of Satoshi. No, forget about what happened to the guy in the past. Reina knew what was gonna happen to me. Answer me, Reina! Satoshi, what happened to him? With that, I grabbed Reina's shoulders violently and forcefully turned her around to face me. As I faced her, I felt a jolt travel through my entire body. I told you. Keiichi-kun? It was that person that I didn't know. At least, it definitely wasn't Reina Ryogo I've been talking to up until now. The voice just now didn't have a trace of trembling or emotion that it had before. The amount of regret I felt for turning her around so carelessly was unsurpassed. That gaze that pierced like a cold needle, a smile on her face that invoked an image of having been carved out by a knife. Chills went down my spine. My mind froze under a layer of rime. Both of Reina's eyes pierced through mine, leaving me unable to look away. As if to remind me of the fear from that time before, Reina brought her face close to mine, so close I could feel her breath. Her face had been filled... Her face had filled my entire field of vision. Then her sharply shaped lips grew even sharper, like the curve of a crescent moon. She grinned. I told you! Keiichi-kun? After a short pause, Reina repeated the same words again. Satoshi-kun, you see? Transferred out. Transferred? Meaning what? What Reina meant must have been some new definition of transfer that I was previously not aware of. My throat and lips dried up. I couldn't even acknowledge what I just heard. All I could do was swallow down my own saliva. It would seem that Reina saw that as a nod. She pulled her gaze back and sprayedly stepped back 2 or 3 paces. As she did, my legs gave out and I fell to my knees pathetically. Reina, and me on my knees underneath her emotionless smile. That had to be a very odd sight indeed. Seeing me in that pathetic state, she neither scoffed at me nor held out her hand. But I could neither stand nor escape with her gaze shooting through my eyes. There was undoubtedly a metal bat in my hand. But right now, it was useless to me. I was like a fly caught in her web. A heavy sweat beaded all over my body. I could feel it dripping from my skin. But you won't, will you? Keiichi-kun? Reina finally released me from the cage of time after it felt like an eternity. But her question was missing something important. It was incredibly vague. Once again, I swallowed hard, urging her on. Do what? What did she not want me to do? Transfer. Yo, what the fuck? Oh my god, damn! Achievement! Pinch hitter? Take up another None. None. I think there is a choice at the end, maybe? But this game isn't really about choices. It's just more of a story. And just going through it. Just like life. Satoshi and I had what? All my well-planned actions throughout the day turned out to have been nothing more than a reenactment of what Satoshi had done. Satoshi, had he really been in the same situation as I was in now? The friends he had gone along with had changed suddenly. And for no reason, at least none that I had noticed. I planned to kill him? Then fearing for his life as I am, he got about to protect himself and carried around every day to practice his swings? And then one day, suddenly, he transferred. My blood went cold, causing a prickling sensation to course through my veins. Starting near my heart, it radiated outwards, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, chilling every part of me without recourse. What did she mean by transfer? What did she mean by transfer? Was Satoshi still at wherever he transferred to? Was he the only one who would be able to understand me? Would he be able to tell me why it all ended up like this? More importantly, where did he transfer to? What did she mean by transfer? What did she mean by transfer? Before I knew it, I was at my front door. The frigid knob was hard to turn. Was nobody home? It wasn't that odd of an occurrence. I reached into my pocket and pulled out a single key attached to my first C keychain. I stepped to the entryway. Just as I was about to take off my shoes, a chill ran down my spine. Someone had entered right behind me. Like a classmate messing around, standing right up against my back. Oh shit. Ah! You're kidding, right? What the fuck? Hi Eli, how you doing? Yeah, I did get the Grim Reaper, I did, Euclid, I did. He was fucking awesome. Loved it. What the hell is going on, dude? Who's behind me? Is it Reina? But she walked in front of me. Was Keiichi spacing out again and didn't realize? Is it Mion? Is it Rika? Is it Satoko? It had to be my imagination. Logically speaking, it was impossible for someone to be able to hide their presence within my personal space all the time through the door. But there was undoubtedly somebody behind me. Hey now, Keiichi. How do you know they're there even though they're behind you? Because I could hear the sound of flowing hair. There's no reason I'd hear that sound. That was the presence. Because I could hear the sound of them blinking. Keiichi Mabara, there's no way you could hear that. It was mostly instinct than anything else that was warning me of a presence. Common sense was telling me that it was just my imagination. It was just my imagination. There was nobody behind me. I began to erase the mental image of an eerie figure standing behind me. At the same time, I asked myself, if there was nobody, then what was I feeling? As an uncomfortable sensation crawled up my spine. Actually, wouldn't it be better if there was somebody there? If there was nobody there when you turn around, would you be able to accept that? I'd be able to answer all those questions just by looking behind me. But I didn't have enough courage to even do that simple task. Oh, right. I could try speaking to them. The person behind me might answer. It was a random thought. I didn't care how I went about it just as long as I didn't have to turn around. If I had calmed down and thought about it, I would have known hoarse, broken voice that I couldn't believe it was my own. I could almost feel them contemplating their response. I felt it. There's no way I should be able to do that. Calm down, Keiichi. It's all in your head. That time, I was certain I heard it. As if hesitantly trying to answer my inquiry, I was certain I could hear the sound of somebody inhaling. I heard it. I heard it. I heard it clearly. It was a girl. A young girl. I didn't know who, but a tiny speck of courage in me, however reckless it was, inspired a primal yet fitting solution to this current predicament. A scream. All the parts of my body released from my lungs and through my throat, ceasing all thought processes in my head. Suppress all my thoughts and emotions, I began to collapse like a house of cards, somehow managing to twist my body and look back as I did so. It was definitely there. Right there. Somebody was there. Until the moment I turned around, until I brought the area behind me into my field of vision, they were definitely there. Pulling face up, my eyes traced the remnants of the presence suspended in the empty space. It couldn't be. They were invisible. They looked like they weren't there, but were they actually still standing there? As I screamed, all the emotions I was holding back burst free in a violent wave. However, I decidedly calmed as my emotions damn collapsed. The turbulent wave of pent-up emotion was skillfully diverted into a torrent of aggression. An emotion was definitely required to extricate myself in the bizarre situation happening right in front of me. In my state of heightened lucidity, I entrusted my body to the fury. A metal bat held firm in my right hand as if I drew there by a magnet. A middle-level sweep would be a hardest attack to dodge. I remember reading something like that from a book about swordsmanship or something. I brandished my will to fight. The afterimage of an amalgamation of metal flashing as it swung from left to right, being against the entryway. What did I hit? The bat slammed right into the wall, the tip rebounding violently. Very calmly, I transferred the force of the rebound into a sling to the left. The door of the shoe cover was split into pieces. Those two swings went through empty space. They seemed to have a great psychological impact on the enemy. I could feel the panic emanating from that space. The attack wasn't the only thing required. I extracted the bat from the cupboards it was embedded in and screamed as I spun my entire body around a large arc. Ah! My scream shook the air, imputing my furious swings with even more destructive power. Without mercy or restraint, my violent strike, with certainly a fatal force behind it, shattered the top of the cupboard. None of my attacks struck the enemy, but my ferocity had certainly seemed to impact them. Breathing heavily, my entire body soaked in sweat. The invisible enemy, there but not there, dispersed. When I was certain that the enemy has retreated, I locked the front door and latched the chain. No way had it only feigned retreat and was now inside my house. Once again, I channeled my aggression and searched the house for the presence. But it was gone. I had succeeded in fending it off. At that moment, the tension drained from my body and I let out a deep sigh of relief. All the emotions that I had been holding back chaotically merged together and began to float out. A hodgepodge of fear, accomplishment, and disbelief all mixed together and began to flow through my body. curtains. I straightened my back and tilted my head back a little. After clearing my mind and all of my idle thoughts, I managed to calm down even more. What was that at the front door? There was definitely something there. But thinking about it, maybe it was just an apparition I dreamt up in my confused state. But I really didn't think that was the case. I wonder if it was Rika. I wonder if she was short. She didn't get hit by the bat and took off. I don't know, or it could have just been a demon, but I feel like the demons don't do that. It seems like they like using a human host. I'm not sure. Keiichi is going nuts from the outside, yeah. From the outside, it looks like it. Like, I would be very concerned about this guy if I didn't know what was going on in this town. I mean, damn. Maybe the whole town is perfectly fine and he's just going crazy. You know, you never know. Okay, I unlocked my new mains. Time to sleep. Bye, you. Bye, Sky. Go have a good night, bro. Get good sleep. Don't get murdered. But if you do, call me. Have a good night, dude. Have a good night. Backgrounds of this game or something else, aren't they? They're so funny. It's like a picture with some kind of weird filter on it to make it kind of look like a weird painting. I like it. I like it. Turn around, bright eyes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that was. I don't know. Calm down, Keiichi Mabara. Compose yourself. And no matter how calmly I thought about it, what just happened wasn't a figment of my imagination. It was obviously a supernatural phenomenon, and without a doubt, something was behind me. It wasn't some sort of illusion I saw amidst my confusion and disorientation. Proof? I had just one piece. He had the one piece. When I asked, who is it, they inhaled, as if they were about to answer. That sound had clearly reached my ears. The situation I was in right now was still unclear. Either I'd been possessed by the supernatural phenomenon known as Onishiro-sama's curse, or this was a ruse by the villagers who believed in it and were imitating it. Either way, their motives are unclear. The roundabout way it had to have been done was also still a mystery. If it was perpetrated by humans, that would mean admitting that it was Reina and the rest of them doing it. But it would be solvable. Oshi-san and the rest of the police would surely arrest the enemy. But if it was a manifestation of Onishiro-sama's curse, I wonder, what would happen? Oshi-san very clearly declared that curses didn't exist. At that time, those words are pretty dependable. But as things are now, without the rising possibility that the perpetrators were not human, he suddenly seemed quite unreliable. If I told Oshi-san that this was the work of Onishiro-sama's curse, what would happen? Hey, 1 second, hold on. Dexter, what do you have? What do you have? 1 second, hold on. Good night, people. I called the hotline. I'm starting to calm down a bit. Good to hear, Sasha. Good to hear. What did you have? Come here. Okay, never mind. It sounded like he had something. Hi, buddy. I love you. Okay, I love you. I'm sorry. I thought you had something. I thought you had something you weren't supposed to. Go on. I love you, buddy. Let's go. Go on, bud. Go lay down. I love you. Come on, I gotta get murdered. I'm sorry. He just jumps on the bed. Such a good boy. Hi. I couldn't imagine his reaction, but it would go without Shiro-sama's curse couldn't exist. And I would still be bestest buddies with Reina and the rest. I would have to be crazy. That was the first time in my life I ever wished for such a thing. Oh, Keiichi! Oh, Keiichi-kun! The hell? The phone rang noisily downstairs. That's a phone? He's going insane! At least he's questioning it. You know, he's not like, no, it has to be them. No, he actually is questioning his own sanity right now. Generally, there were no calls from me, so I never really answered the phone much. But ever since my parents were here, I had no choice. I squared out the bed and went downstairs. Moshi Moshi Oshi-san? Please? Hello, this is the Marbata residence. Keiichi, this is Mom. I intuitively had a bad feeling about this. Because I thought she was gonna ask me to go out and buy some things. So I took the initiative. What? I don't mind having instant noodles for dinner. There's still a lot of them. The other day, we went out as a family and bought a whole case of cup noodles. I wanted to get a bunch of different kinds, actually, but they refused since the individual packs were expensive. So instead, I got a whole case of the mega-sized pork, bone, and ginger flavored ones I liked. My parents don't like the strong flavors and didn't touch any of them, so the cupboards were still full of them. So you see, there really isn't a need to go shopping, right? Keiichi, I'm not asking you to go shopping. Both Mommy and Daddy had to go to Tokyo right now because of work. Oh, fuck. We're dead. Huh? Right now? You couldn't take me? This was really abrupt. No, we're already here. We left this afternoon. You motherfuckers! What? You just leave me? I saw you this morning. You couldn't tell me? Truly, what the oh, we are so screwed. We are so screwed. It's quite a distance from Tokyo from Yanazawa. Going at full speed down the highway would still take 6 hours. And you didn't tell me or call me. You didn't do shit. What the fuck? Dad has a license, but since he doesn't like the highway, they likely took the train. Ugh. Keiichi died. What now? I would have taken longer. Or it would have taken longer. I think you might understand since you heard us speaking last night, but it has to do with Daddy's contract. Right now, things aren't going so smoothly. Now that she mentions it, I do remember that they talked all the time about how his job prospects weren't looking so good. Daddy is really sensitive about these things like this. So if we leave things as they are, it'll affect his work. Part of my father's particular fragile artistic personality, his emotions change as easily as fall sky. Yo, same. Yeah. Yeah. You could also say that he couldn't take criticism. I try. I like criticism. I'm okay with that. You can only get better if people tell ya. Vice versa, no. Well, there's criticism and then there's opinion. So, you gotta know the difference. But something like that can be done over the phone. Keiichi, this is your father's job. So can you support him a bit, please? Mom, you don't understand. These cute girls are trying to murder me. Anyways, it's just faster to talk about it in person. So there won't be any misunderstandings. It took you 6 hours to get there. That is not the fastest way to talk about it. As their son, there's nothing more I could say once they started talking about work. So we'll be back tomorrow night. Keiichi, will you be fine on your own? No. It's not like I'll die or anything. foreshadowing! Keiichi, you shouldn't speak so lightly of dying. If there's something troubling you, just talk to us. I believe Mommy will be able to help out. God, please stop calling yourself Mommy! Yesterday, I did bring up if I died rather abruptly, so I suppose they were a little worried. But really, I was more depressed by the fact that nothing would be solved by telling them. But I didn't plan on dying. At least, not while I still knew nothing. I would never allow it. I won't die. I won't. I'll survive, even if I have to gnaw my leg off. Yeah. See you then. Tomorrow morning, make sure to wake up and eat your breakfast. And don't forget to take a bath and brush your teeth. Yeah, see you. Yeah, what the fuck? If my kid responded this way, I'd be like, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Something is clearly wrong. And you needed somebody home. No, come on. Oh, God. They went 6 hours away without telling me. We have to call Oshi-san right now. We have to call Oshi-san and tell him we need protection for the night. Or we're gonna get fucked. And not in a good way. The knife way. He's not you, so clearly doesn't know? Murdered horribly. I see death. Foreshadowing careless parents. For real. For real. It is funny in anime how parents just, like, don't exist. They just don't exist. They're just gone. Or they might make an appearance or so, but they never have anything to do with the story. It's funny. It's funny. Huh. Alright, got some tea. I think that was the end of my tea. Fuck. Oh well. The call ended like that. Sometimes my parents... Oh, I was pressing the skip button. Sometimes my parents went out to Tokyo for business matters. But Tokyo was far away. They normally did things by phone. The times they did go were normally planned out in advance. It never happened this suddenly. Is this work of the curse? I couldn't say those circumstances didn't feel strange, or rather... unnatural. Anyways, I only need to recognize the reality of the situation. And tonight, I was the only one in the house that I knew of. That when my parents came back from work, I'd be gone, missing, vanished. Looking back on the series of events of the previous 5 years involving Otoshiro-sama's curse, it wouldn't seem that strange at all. Come to think of it, it was getting pretty late. I don't think it was good that the only light on in the whole house was from my room on the 2nd floor. It was the same as broadcasting to the enemy that my parents are gone, and this was their chance. First I ran to the living room, flicking on the lights and turning on the TV to a reassuring volume. Next was the study. I simply turned on the lights and some music. With that, from the outside, it would look like my parents were here. Once again, I went through the house, checking to see if there was anything left unlocked. When I saw the veranda and the laundry still hanging out there, I went pale. That would have made it too obvious. I need to take it down. I snatched down the laundry haphazardly and erased all traces that my mother wasn't there. She was just gonna leave laundry outside? Overnight? she gets back. And that's fine. It wasn't anything important. Well then, sorry for the bother. The scenario I feared didn't play out. It's like a sigh of relief. That call was fortunate in more than one... in ways of more than one. I had to deal with more telephone calls coming in from my parents tonight. I was somehow able to deal with the phone call just now, but I couldn't continue to rely on such poor improvisation. I needed to make up a good story to explain that my parents were home, but couldn't answer the phone at the moment. They were making tempura and couldn't step away right now. And that wasn't good enough. They were sick and went to bed because they weren't feeling well. Was that going to be safe enough? I was thinking about it on the way back to my room when the phone rang once again. It was like they were calling because they knew I was going to lie. I didn't want to pick it up. I knew I had to. They suspect my parents weren't here. I should have taken the phone off the hook under the pretense that I didn't realize that it was. And since the phone rang, I had to pick it up. I prepared myself and lifted up the receiver. Hello? I stopped announcing this is Mabara residence. I had no reason to be kind to someone I didn't know the identity of. But unlike my uncouth voice, the person on the other side sounded goofy and lighthearted. Hello? My apologies for calling so late. This is Oshi from the Okinomiya's bookstore. Oshi-san! Moshi Moshi Oshi-san! Come save me! Come save me, Oshi-san! Oshi-san! Is that you, Mabara-san? Good evening. Good to hear you are doing well. Get here. Oshi, get here, please. Help! Help! I'm gonna get murdered. Alright, I'm working through Skull? Alright, I'm through with Skull. Oh. Yeah, that was a good game. I liked it. It was good. It was good. Oh, wait. Just a moment, please. Hold up. I grabbed the portable headset and rushed to my room with it. It was the same no matter where I was, since there was no one else in the house. But I wanted to be in a spot that I just felt a bit safer when speaking on the phone with Oshi-san. Yeah, the same plot where, Reina was listening to us from? Yeah, that seems safe. Yeah. How's it going, y'all? I'm trying to Halloweenify my Twitch channel. Boo! Twitch! Boo! Yeah, it is. Fuck you for insulting my race. What? Oh, yeah, the ants. Yeah. Those fucking ants were annoying. Kept getting my fucking way. Hey, yo, what's up, Niku? Son, Niku. Gotta get a good drink. Heard all those insults? Good. Good. They were awful tree people. They deserved it. I hope they burn. It was good, though. It was good. I still have to go fight that first boss again. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Yo-Kaiju hates me. I don't hate you. I just hate other tree people. Sorry for the wait. How are things? Anything changed since then? Since then? When was that exactly? There's something about the brazen way he talked that rubbed me the wrong way. The last time I spoke with Oshi-san was 2 days ago? The day I stayed home from school, I met Oshi-san on the way back from the hospital. And we headed into the town for lunch and had a talk. And after that, Reina and Mion came to check up on me. Whenever I spoke with Oshi-san, they always seemed to know about it. It was like that since the first time I met him. Today's phone calls may have been a way to find out. Today's phone call may well be found out by them as well. Hello? Can you hear me, Mabara-san? Huh? Sorry. What did you say? I asked if anything's changed since last time. There wasn't so I got a bit worried. Not really? The words stopped in my throat. There was a ton of stuff that happened. All of it baffling. What should I talk about? I didn't understand any of it, but I should try asking. If I didn't ask now, I may never have another chance. This night, when my parents weren't home, I had no guarantees I would make it through the night safely after all. Well, Oshi-san, it seems that someone is after me. Really? It could all be a coincidence, but that day I missed school when I was sick. The two of them came to check up on me. Which two? Reina and Mion. They started asking about how I had lunch with you. What next? They left me some mochi when they came to visit, but there was a needle inside. Unfortunately, I somehow didn't swallow it. I wonder, could that have been a threat? About the needle. It was just one of those common sewing needles you see all the time. There's a hole to the thread string, though. Not that, Marabara-san, the needle itself. That's evidence. It could be used as proof that they threatened you. Where is that needle? That's right! That's right! I dropped the receiver and rushed downstairs. When I touched the mochi, I had overlooked it was out of terror. But the needle was a valuable piece of evidence. I certainly threw the mochi and the needle at the wall together. If it was there, then it would be on the living room wall. My prudent mother had cleaned that living room wall, and there was no trace of mochi left on it. Could it be that it dropped in the gate between the wall and the carpet? Frankly, I searched by running my palm through the carpet, but nothing turned up. I tried moving around the sofa and desk, pulling out the carpet and flapping it around. I couldn't find the needle. Did my mom clean up everything without noticing it? It was just 2 days ago. I didn't know what day they collected the burnable trash, but it may still be in the trash bin in the kitchen. I rushed to the kitchen, opened the lid of the pail, and poured out the contents. But even at a glance, I could tell that it would be incredibly difficult to find a needle in this pile of trash. I was looking for a needle in the trash stack. I know. I'll try running my hand through it. It was a bit gross, but I was looking for a needle. If I felt a little prick, I'll be able to find it. It was a pretty tactless method, but it was the quickest. I held my breath and started striking the pile of trash with my hand. Phil flew around. There's nothing more disgusting than that, but it was not the time to be concerned about such details. I continued on for a while, but nothing turned up. I wanted to search more thoroughly, but I was still on the phone. I shouldn't keep Oshi-san waiting for too long. Later, when Mom got back, I had to ask her if there was a needle. I hesitantly began scribbling on the notepad affixed to the refrigerator with a magnet. Was there a needle? I scrawled the word in a red pen. I then dashed back up the stairs, where I had been keeping Oshi-san waiting for far too long. Why didn't he just take the phone? Why didn't he just take it with him? Oh, hi there, need a cup of coffee? How you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you. What's going license plate? I could search for it from here. Damn! I was flipped out yelling at him back then, but I didn't look at the plate. What failure on my part with the needle and the plate number? I was so focused on protecting myself that I let some of the most important details slip out of my grasp. I punched my pillow, annoyed at how worthless I was. I'm sorry. I don't know much more than it was a white van. Nothing to fret about, Mabara-san. Anyone would be shaken up after being hit. I guess all this really isn't a coincidence, is it? Oshi-san started to hem and haw over the other end. I could imagine him folding his arms. Also, Reina is acting strange. How so? Reina said it on the way home today, asking why I was so much like Satoshi-kun. Now I could say with confidence that Reina knew what happened to Satoshi. She knew that there was more to it than him just simply disappearing. Reina knows. She knows something regarding what happened to Satoshi, the kid who was demoned away last year. What would that be exactly? Reina said I was the same as Satoshi. She said something to the effect that the way things are going, I'll end at the same fate as Satoshi. Fate, you say? Exactly what kind of fate did she say would befall you? Transferring out, she said. Transferring out? Reina said Satoshi transferred out. So given how things are going with me, I'll transfer out too. Oshi-san let out a stern sigh and then grumbled loudly. Barabara-san. That was probably some sort of threat. Or maybe some type of warning. I thought so too. At that point, I started to think, would it be prudent to sum up everything that had happened up until now as a machination of some human perpetrators? Other than the theory of it being rain on the others, I was left with Otoshiro-sama's curse actually existing as the only other explanation. Of course, I couldn't tell it to Oshi-san. Except Reina's strange behavior could be proof of either scenario. Whether it was Otoshiro-sama's curse being real, or everything being part of a conspiracy committed by all the other villagers. Reina was involved. Reina had to know something. Reina was suspicious. What exactly was Reina? An imposter? I couldn't help but think she was somehow involved with a prior string of mysterious deaths. I seem to recall that Oshi-san had admitted that he had dug into Reina's past a little bit. He was probably just downplaying it when he said a little bit. Meaning he had actually dug pretty deep, most likely. I wanted to hear about Reina. I wanted to know what happened at her previous school, among other things that were still unknown to me. If Reina was someone I should suspect. No, not that. I wanted to know the truth. Tonight I was alone in this huge house. Even though I said I could count on them, I had lost security I felt I had just by having my parents around. It wasn't like this house was some sort of fortress or castle. If a malicious person decided to use brute force, they easily gain entry. There was no residence close to the Mabara residence. No one would be able to hear anything, no matter how loud it was. I had never felt so much resentment towards my father's artistic temperament and the fact that he had his house built in such a remote location as I did right now. Ah! I'm not home! I'm not home! I wonder if I'd still be here by tomorrow morning. So I had to ask. Right now. Because I had no idea when the next chance would come. Oshi-san, I have something I want to ask about. Please, don't keep anything from me. Sure, ask away. most reliable he had ever felt. I wanted to ask about Reina. About what happened at her previous school. Actually, regarding Reina's... I noticed a sound that had been going on for a while now. Since I was so focused on the call, I didn't pay attention to it at first, but I finally realized it was the doorbell. The time was 7 o'clock. It was past the time the postman would be making a delivery, and past any sensible time for a neighbor to be visiting. I considered just acting like nobody was home, but that wouldn't be good. That would ruin all the work I put in making it look like my parents are home. I needed to answer the door. Hello? Marabara-san? Sorry. Someone seems to be at the door. I'm gonna go see who it is. Yes? I see. My apologies. Should we end this phone call now? That would be a problem. No. I'll be back in a second. Do you mind if I just leave the phone on? It's fine. I don't mind. I dropped the headset on my bed and dashed down to the door. Why? Why don't you just take it with you? I needed to make up a good excuse to get them to leave. I had a hunch it was a lady who called right before Oshi-san did. In which case, it would be one of the neighbors who's friends with my mom. I'll just say my mom isn't feeling well and went to bed early. And that would be the easiest option. No, fuck. I'm out to bed. Good night, Jude. Night, Soku. Have good sleep. Don't get murdered. Don't get the murders. It'd be hard for her to ask me to wake my mom up if she hasn't been feeling well. The bell continued to ring at regular intervals. If someone didn't answer after you ring the bell so much, you normally give up and go home, wouldn't you? Without removing the chain, I opened the door slightly and peered out at the visitor. A chill ran down my spine. I knew it. Somewhere deep inside, I had prepared for this moment. I tried to escape by imagining it was the easiest person to deal with, one of my mom's friends. Good evening. Reina. There shouldn't be any reason for Reina to come over at this hour. The timing has also made me feel uneasy. Because it was just as I was about to ask Oshi-san about Reina. I wish I could have chalked this up to mere coincidence. But those unsettling words from Mion several days ago echoed back at me. There's nothing this old man doesn't know. Are you alone, Reina? Yeah. It seems that Mion wasn't with her. But that didn't change the situation at all. Why did you come here? Hey, Keiichi-kun. I'd like you to open the door so we can talk. Can I come inside? I wonder? It was true that speaking through a chained door wasn't the right way to talk to a classmate. But at my house, the chain has to be on at night. Don't worry about it. Man, fast thinking, Keiichi. Then it can't be helped, I guess. Reina pouted rather sadly. But she kept smiling at least. And her effort to keep that smile up was quite pitiful. Even though she had tugged at my heartstrings, I didn't lower my guard. As long as I stayed like this, even if it made my heart ache, my life wasn't in danger. What I really feared, more than the possibility that hoodlums would assault me if I removed the chain, was trusting Reina enough to remove the chain and have my friendship betrayed. As long as the chain wasn't unlatched, even if it made my heart ache, I wouldn't have to deal with being betrayed by Reina. Since it seemed like I removed the chain from her silent urging, she appeared to give up on trying to give into the entryway. Itchy. Have you eaten yet, Keiichi-kun? No, I haven't eaten. Since my mom wasn't there, dinner wouldn't be ready no matter how long I waited. I laid down when I got home, was woken up by the phone, and didn't have a chance to eat since I used all the time talking. I was gonna have cup noodles in any case, There's no way I wouldn't like that. I love miso soup with lots of ingredients. White radish, carrots, burnt dog root, and potatoes, dense and root vegetables. Yeah, that miso soup looks incredible. I also bought rice, so if you microwave it, you can eat it really quickly. Without a doubt, rice needs miso soup. Stuffing rice down your gullet, sipping miso soup in between ravenous bites? Oh yes, how wonderful it is to be born Japanese! Lucky! Also, I made some more pickles. I made sansai pickles this time. Before I had moved here to Hinamizawa, I scoffed at the mountain vegetables called sansai. But I was captivated by their charm the first time I tried them. What are those? I've never heard of that. What is that? I mean, clearly a vegetable, but what's it look like? Such a deep yet light flavor. The vegetables from the supermarket were tasteless and bland compared to these. If you had to describe them, then they were the vegetables for the unattained. The uninitiated? What? To become an expert such as myself, you first had to partake in sensai. It is common knowledge around here that the Ryoko family's traditional pickles are wonderfully delicious. No matter what kind of pickles they were. They go well with that fluffy white rice. And also... But wait, there's more! So delicious, it just seems so delicious! Farewell to my unhealthy self who said he'd make do with the cup noodles. Reina appeared in good spirits when she offered such a delicious sounding dinner. The stress evaporated from my gut, and hunger reared its voracious head. At the same time, my wariness of Reina suddenly dwindled. Reina did say she was alone. It shouldn't be a problem letting her inside. Keiichi. Though the possibility that it was laced with poison still hadn't been ruled out. At that moment, a cold chill ran down my spine once again. I couldn't understand why such a sensation had occurred just then. But the voice inside my head was sounding the alarm. That's intuition! Run! That's instinct! This happy Reina, speaking of this charming dinner, was dependent on one premise. And that premise was tonight. Dinner hadn't been made at my house. Maybe it was under the assumption that my mom, who should be making it, wasn't here. At any normal household, 7 o'clock would be around the middle of dinner time. If my mom were here, we'd be eating dinner around this time as well. The fact that she brought over all the makings of a meal at this time was inherently strange. Unless she knew. Reina, did she know that my parents weren't home? Was she looking to fuck? But there was also a chance that this was a bluff. I had turned the lights and had a bunch of other stuff to make sure it looked like my parents were here. There was a chance that Reina was unsure if my parents were home. I had to wonder. The laundry, the garage, the evening paper. There were plenty of signs of them being hastily tidied up. It was hard to say that Reina didn't have a chance to determine if my parents were here or not. But there's no reason for her to be confessed to that right now. I should try holding on to the fact as long as I could. First of all, the chain was still latched. As long as I didn't take it off, Reina wouldn't be able to do anything to me. I'm quite grateful, but dinner will be ready pretty soon. Huh? Is that so? Is that so? I know you went through a lot of effort and everything, but, well, unable to think of a good excuse, my words trailed off weakly. But some of this could work as side dishes, I think. I'm sorry, we have more than enough already. My mom always makes quite a few sides, so... you have side dishes? With a smile that bordered on a cringe, if she was aware of some obvious fact. And that I was aware of it as well. So, Keiichi-kun can cook. What did you make, I wonder? No, well, it's not that Rena assumed out of nowhere that I had made the dishes. No, not so much that I had made them, but rather that my mom hadn't. Did you really make them? The side dishes? Did you, Keiichi-kun? It wasn't me who made them. My mom did. No, she is making them. Right now. So you see, I'm sorry, but I can't eat what you brought. Raya fell silent at the moment. At that moment, I felt the light had suddenly disappeared from her eyes. How about I try guessing what Keiichi-kun's dinner will be? It doesn't matter what I'm going to eat. Let's see. The conversation might appear natural at first glance. Raya was firmly in control. It felt like I was being interrogated. Your dinner, I wonder, is it something that can be made with just hot water? Hey now, stop with the insults. I can't believe you belittle my mom's extravagant dinners like that. Tickets sold out full capacity already? It's that amazing. I tried my best to put on a strong front, but I couldn't grit my teeth quite right. So instead, I looked like someone who was borderline hysterical. Arena showed no reaction whatsoever, even to that silliness. Keiichi-kun? Did your mother really leave you dinner? No, you see, she didn't leave me dinner. She's making it right now. It's almost time for dinner. Rena had taken that assertion of mine. But my mother was home. Or that my mother was home and making dinner right now. I had completely ignored it. I could tell the more I panicked, the colder Rena became. Hey, Keiichi-kun. At that moment, an uncomfortable chill crept in from the gape of the doorway. Is your mom home? I wonder. I couldn't keep up the charade anymore. Rena. She knew fully well that my parents weren't home. But I'd come too far to admit that now. Anyway, my parents were here, and we'd be having dinner soon. That was the situation I had concocted. So I answered. I told her she was here. She's here, of course. I could feel the humidity drying out from the surrounding air. Rena's eyes are becoming more frigid, piercing me with her gilded glare. Why? Huh? What do you mean? I tried acting casually, but the facade had turned off me at the instant I looked into Rena's eyes. That look, it informed me of Rena's response faster than she could have opened her mouth. Why have you been lying to me? I wonder. I'm not lying. That's a lie, isn't it? It's not a lie. Lies! Rena's outburst sent a jolt surging through my body. Rena and I were still separated by what few inches that was slightly ajar, but still chained door could afford. But despite that, I was still being cornered. My house, which I considered a safe haven until now, had become more like a dark alleyway where no one could save me. Shall I guess your dinner, Keiichi-kun? Let's see. I knew now that Rena had already known that my parents would not be home here tonight. But it was still so strange that it had come to this. Even if she somehow knew that my parents weren't home, there is no way she should be able to guess what I'd be eating tonight. Rena said she'd guess. How could she guess it? How could she know it was instant cup noodles? That's right, isn't it? That I was going to eat. Wait, the cooking repertoire of a man who couldn't do housework is probably nothing but cup noodles after statistically, it was the most probable answer. That didn't mean she was guessing. I don't think you'll be full with just noodles. I think having rice and stuff will definitely hit the spot. Calm down, Keiichi Marabara. This was just a coincidence. Raina was just reading certain tales of mine. So the fact that she was inferring what I was thinking alarmed me. But it wasn't as if she was actually reading my mind. If it was being read, then she was a demon. No, not a demon. Things like that. They couldn't possibly exist. The fuck was that sound? Do you like them? You mean noodles? No. Beep? Raina indicated that the point my answer was addressing was wrong? Huh? Her bottle was so short that I momentarily didn't understand the words Raina had spoken. Sorry, Raina. What did you say just now? Huh? About what? Just now, you asked if there was something that I liked, didn't you? It wasn't long before I regretted how carelessly I pushed forward with that question. It was such a simple answer. That was why I wasn't able to comprehend it. Pork bone and ginger flavor. I wonder how I appeared in the moments my mind went completely blank, until the moment I was able to recover. As my field of vision began to distort, slowly swirling in a counterclockwise direction, I lost all sense of balance. Why do you know that? I didn't even deny it. And that was the type of frenzied state I was in. How could Raina know any of this? Not even caring as I mashed my head against the door, I fixated my gaze on Raina. She didn't even flinch when she saw me do that. I certainly did buy them. I bought a bunch at once. I bought a whole case. How could you know that? Why, I wonder? Quite strange, isn't it? Isn't it? How could you dodge the question at a time like this? The chain on the door suddenly were no longer protecting me. How do you know? Why do you know? Answer me! You bought them at the 7th Market, didn't you? A shiver ran up my spine. I tried covering it up with an angry facade. Like I said, why do you know that? I was behind you, following you the whole time. What are you saying? I couldn't understand why she was saying she'd been following me all this time. That's because Raina was right behind Keiichi-kun's back the whole time. Like that night? That night, I was absorbed in my phone conversation with Oshi-san. I didn't even sense her being there. Staying behind the door, behind me. Standing there. Just like that. When Keiichi was picking out the noodles, I was watching the entire time. You picked out so many different flavors, didn't you? And your mom got angry. If you were going to pick the expensive ones, then you should just have picked one type, she said. Then Keiichi-kun picked out the big box of pork bone and ginger flavor that he loves so much, didn't he? I like it too. Pork bone noodles. But I never ate a whole big bowl by myself. My brain was paralyzed, dulling my senses. It might have been a defense mechanism to diminish the fear I was feeling to a non-traumatizing levels. With the fear being diminished, a fog enveloping my mind sure it's gonna be delicious, so... Okay? Reina's pale, slender fingers squirmed through the crack of the door one at a time, as if they had their mind of their own, rattling the chain. As she unlatched the chain from the door, a feeling of terror would have just exploded within me. But Reina didn't do that. She was simply imploring me to remove the chain. She was doing her hardest to light the fuse to the power keg in my heart. Trying again and again. Clatter, clatter. But it didn't light. It didn't light. Open up. Keiji-kun. Please. Go away. I beg of you, please. Go away. How can you say something so mean, I wonder? Please go away. Go away. Go away. The power keg inside me finally went off. No smoldering, it just exploded. I tackled the door. The force through the door had knocked Reina momentarily off balance. I couldn't hesitate here. I grabbed onto the doorknob with both hands, planted my feet firmly, and pulled with all my might. But that slamming sound I so desired didn't happen. I could feel a tiny disturbing bit of resistance keeping the door from closing. As the source of that was Reina's fingers. Each of those fingers wriggling, squirming around like the tendrils of a carnivorous plant through the crackling of the door. It hurts! It hurts, Keiji-kun! It hurts! Oh. It wasn't a harsh shriek, but more of a yelp she was trying to hold back. Go away! Go away! Go away! I kept on pulling on the door with all my might. I didn't even realize that if I didn't loosen my pull on the door, at least momentarily, Reina wouldn't be able to pull her fingers out. And that was why the door wasn't closing. It really hurts, Keiji-kun! I'm sorry if I was messing around too much. I didn't care one bit for her apology. No matter how much she apologized, it didn't change any of what she had done up until now. It didn't change anything. It hurts! It hurts! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Go away! Go away! Go away! Reina couldn't leave, even if she wanted to, because I trapped her fingers. Reina's white fingers had become deep red. They were no longer even squirming. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Go away! Go away! Go away! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Reina's apologies were occasionally twisted with pain, but like a broken record, she was intent on repeating it over and over. Go away! Go away! Go away! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I pulled the door even harder. Finally, Reina's fingers were somehow able to slip off of their imprisonment in the doorway. The moment that happened, the door closed soundly, and I could hear the thud of Reina's falling on her butt on the other side. I locked the door immediately. I made a loud cluck, voicing my rejection of Reina. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry! Keiji-kun! I'm sorry! Open up, Keiji-kun! Reina leaned against the door, apologizing profusely and nothing else. After confirming that I was sufficiently sealed off from her, I trudged away from the entryway. On the other side, I could still hear Reina echoing her apologies. I'm sorry, I'm sorry! Those pitiful words. They would be forever seeking my forgiveness. I didn't feel bad about this after all. But that wasn't out of any sort of malice. I felt sort of a hazy sense of relief that I was able to escape from Reina. Before Mion had threatened me at this doorway, saying there was nothing she didn't know. But just now at the same place, Reina told me the same thing. My feeble attempts to disguise the fact my parents weren't home had served no purpose from the start. I should have just pretended to be out and not even opened the door. My meager plans hadn't chilled out with them. Even though I was on the other side of the door, I wanted to get as far away from Reina as possible. One step, two step. With each one, her sniveling apologies became more distant. Please go get to the phone! I sprinted up the stairs and dove into my room. As you expect, I was fine, no longer able to hear Reina repeating her endless apology. Oshi-san! Diving into my bed, I was startled by the hard lump I felt. There was something in my bed? Yeah, the phone. It was the receiver. I finally remembered. I was in the middle of a call with Oshi-san. Looking at the clock, apparently not much time had passed since I went downstairs. Could it be that my clock had run out of batteries? I had talked to Reina for so long that how did almost no time pass? But the hand on the clock was ticking forward 1 second, every second as usual. As I put the still warm receiver to my ear, time, which felt frozen, began moving once again. Hello? Oshi-san? Sorry to keep you waiting. No, not at all. I didn't wait that long. It became apparent that the amount of time that had passed between myself and Oshi-san were different. Over the phone, I could hear an energetic voice from a sports program or something. It drove home just how far away Oshi-san really was. Reina came just now. Did she come to play? You could say that. I wasn't confident that I could coherently explain the situation to Oshi-san. But I didn't need to right now. Right now, I needed to know about Reina. That's right. I was planning to ask Oshi-san more about Reina, but Reina's little visit had interrupted the conversation. What was true and what was false? I couldn't tell. But one thing I knew was the single grim reality that Reina was suspicious. I may be able to figure out something if I asked Oshi-san about her. Up until now, I regretted it whenever I was forced myself to ask about things I was better off not knowing. But looking at it that way, you could tell I hit rock bottom. There was no possible way I could feel any more regret than I did right now. No, rather, I wanted to know if there was anything beyond this I would regret more. Forget about tomorrow. It wasn't out of the realm of possibilities of something to happen tonight. I wanted to know everything I could. I was absolutely not going to die like this. Now without knowing anything, I definitely won't. Regarding Reina Ryoku-san, I did a bit of digging. Yeah, well, it wasn't much. I understood that Oshi-san was talking in circles. A bit meant I dug so deep it'd be hard to discuss you since you're her friend. I want to know everything from your research. I don't think you'll be very interested in what I have to say, though. Oshi-san. I spoke as calmly as possible to Oshi-san, who had continued to avoid the issue. And then I said it. I think Reina Ryoku is suspicious. Even if the past incidences were from Orashiro-sama's curse, Reina Ryoku is involved. Do you have some sort of proof that makes you believe Reina-san is suspicious? The manner in which Oshi-san spoke became very firm. Do you have some sort of proof? That was him talking as a detective. I only have circumstantial evidence. I see. I could tell even over the phone how disappointed Oshi-san was. Pulling on the fishing line when he felt a bite, only to reel in the bait, disappointed. But ready to cast the line out once more, that's how it seemed. Oshi-san, you can't do anything without physical proof, can you? What I meant was, you can't come and save me without proof. I stuck that part in there. As Oshi-san loved roundabout ways of saying things, he understood me just fine. It's fine, Madarabara-san. I'll protect you. That was not the least bit reassuring. Oshi-san was just using me to continue his investigation. I was just going to get killed, and my corpse would be an important piece of evidence. been too blunt, but I didn't care. All I needed to relay to Oshi-san was that I was currently in a very dangerous position. I need a fucking drink. Oh my god. So please, tell me. Tell me about Reina. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was good. How's chat doing? How you guys doing over there? How y'all doing? I know it's getting a little weird. Who y'all? The end is near, right? I think it's getting close. I know because I put cameras inside your house, that's how I know. Now stop yelling at me. I'm fine here, thank you, Kevin. Nice to know you're still lurking. Best to find a way to steal that whole house? Yeah, for real. For real. Now he's insane. She started it. She's been following me. She's probably been following me for a long time. No wonder she knows everything going on. Tell me about Reina. Satoshi transferred out. Not too far in the future, I'll probably also do a Reina call transferring out as well. But you won't be able to find my corpse. You haven't even been able to find Satoshi's body yet. Alright, Marabara-san, please calm down. I was already suppressing my, what? I'm gonna lurk a wahoo? Okay, alright, Nico, thank you. I heard the wahoo. I was like, what the fuck is that? Love it. Even without Oshi-san having to tell me? It wouldn't solve anything if I continue to scream about my mistrust in the police. Insane in the membrane. It would seem that I could only depend on myself and the bad Satoshi left behind to protect myself. And that I at least wanted to know what happened before Reina transferred schools. You're aware that this won't be very interesting, right? Oshi-san realized my resolve couldn't be swayed, finally caved. Right now, to me, there's nothing that I'll find uninteresting. Please. There are a few things I need you to agree to. Okay. Please keep this confidential. Also, part of this may be speculation. Not all of it may be true. Are you still interested? It might not be true. I don't understand what you mean. There isn't one main investigation for the mysterious chain of deaths in Hinamazawa. Each one is treated as its own individual case. Thus, Reina Ryogo had never been linked to any of the other investigations. Basically, you see, this isn't an investigation of Reina done by the police. It is a personal inquiry, is what you're telling me. This will make things a lot quicker since you understand. A lot of it is from either phone calls or meetings or interviews. So they aren't corroborated. I'm asking you to take this all with a grain of salt, is what I mean. Yet? Do we have an agreement? All of it just from what you heard? Yes, my apologies. It's all my personal investigation, you see. That thing. Before, you said you saw Reina's charts, didn't you? I'm sure I heard you say that. Oshi-san paused for a moment on the other end of the line. I told you that too, Please pretend you didn't hear anything about that. I didn't care about Oshi-san having certain obligations or responsibilities. I also didn't care if there was no proof. Even if there were just rumors, there's no smoke without fire after all. Self-investigation! Hey, yo, Oshi-san! Give me details! Please tell me, Oshi-san. Understood. Oshi-san finally opened those tight lips of his. Hey, yo! God damn! It seemed that Reina lived in Hinamazawa a long time were transferring, the unfortunate incident with the breaking of the school windows happened. Then Reina confided to a doctor. It was Orashiro-sama. This was all that he knew. Yeah. There isn't much difference between what I know and what you know, Marabara-san. Now what part did you investigate further? I didn't need to ask. It was the incident that happened just after she transferred. The incident Reina was responsible for, and what she divulged to the doctor afterwards, correct? Yes. After you learned about that, you started suspecting Reina and the others, didn't you? Yes, I did suspect them. So they're the ones after all. No, that's not what I mean by suspect them. Huh? Oshi-san was the type of person to say things with confidence. But these particular words were less than reassuring. Then, who did you suspect? That it was Orashiro-sama. Oshi, you said you didn't believe in the curse! Huh? That Orashiro-sama's curse really exists. Yeah, right. Well, Oshi-san's laugh was quite dry. Certainly not the kind that would make you want to join in. Oshi-san resumed the conversation about the dubious circumstances behind Satoshi's disappearance. The course of events up until the start of delving into Reina's past. Just then, there was thunder in the distance, and a heavy rain started pouring down. Oh, it's so loud! Why is it so loud? What if Reina's not the culprit? Ouch! There's definitely smoke without fire? What kind of smoke can you get without fire? How do you get smoke without fire? Usually there's fire somewhere involved. Or at least something heating up. Like coal. I don't know. But that usually uses fire, so... yeah. It's fine. It came without warning. Smoke machine. How does it make the smoke though? How does it make it? Steam? That usually consists of using coals and they use heat. They use fire. Usually. Or like steam when you're cooking because your oven is hot. That's technically kind of like fire. Some funky chemical? I like funky chemical. It came without warning that rain so heavy it felt like it could beat you down. I had left the window of my room open a crack to let the heat out. The violent wind dancing my room, making the curtains flap wildly. What is it? Nothing. It suddenly started raining heavily. Sorry, please continue. Why is your window open? Did you say you went to lock everything? That includes windows? I don't care if you're on the second floor. You lock that motherfucker! Please, continue. I got up while still on the phone and closed the window. I said at the beginning it was an incident, but because neither the school nor the victim filed charges, the police were never involved. So you see, those involved were very reluctant to talk. Regardless of there being a victim who had one eye beaten so badly that it had permanent damage. It could have been the school or possibly some individual who made arrangements to keep this from going public. Also, the psychiatrists are very strict about their professional ethics. Hello? Marabara-san? Can you hear me? Oh no. There was a figure. A person standing by the light near the mailbox this whole time. Even in the torrential rain. And they didn't have an umbrella. They were unquestionably drenched from head to toe. In the shower, which more resembled a waterfall, droplets of water dripped down from her hair. Right now. as I was about to close the window, her mouth was methodically repeating a chewing motion. It was as if she had something hard to chew on in her mouth, with her cheeks puffing out. What could she be eating over there? How could it be that at this time, I was more enthralled by Reina instead of shocking developments being brought up to light by Hoshi-san? If it hadn't started raining, I wouldn't have gone to the window. But then I wouldn't have noticed Reina, nor would I have noticed that. Reina's mouth was moving the same pattern. She wasn't eating something, she was repeating something. What was it? What was she repeating? To me? What was she saying? And why was I right up against the window fixated on her? Hello? Arabara-san? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm sorry. Huh? Arabara-san? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Hello? Arabara-san? What's the matter? Even in this downpour, Reina was still apologizing. The other self inside me drew the curtain hastily with my right hand, blocking the view from the outside. But even doing that, Reina's relentless apologies still reached my ears. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I forgive you for this, will you forgive me for that? Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. I'm sorry. 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 Damn it! Why did I have to forgive her? I'm the one who wants to be forgiven. What part of me can't you forgive? I won't be killed. If you won't forgive me, then I won't forgive you either. I won't forgive. 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 I won't forgive. Marabara-san? If you can hear me, then please respond. Hello? Huh? Huh? Ah, shit! Wait, was that the end of the chapter? What the fuck? Yo! Goddamn achievement, reign of apologies, falling on deaf ears. Oh my gosh! Woo! Dude, what the hell? How long have I been reading this? It has almost been 3 hours! It has felt like 10 minutes! This is going insane! What is happening? I remember this scene so well! I thought this was gonna happen the other night when we were at home. But this makes much more sense. I remember the scene of her trying to open the door. I remember the scene of her outside in the rain saying I'm sorry. I remember this shit now. Oh my god, that's fucking nuts. Oh, it's getting so good. It's getting so good, guys. The next chapter should be the final chapter. I believe so. God dang it. I can't believe that. I want to know more about Reina. We didn't learn that much. He started talking about Satoshi. But clearly we weren't paying attention. Reina-chan. I like how it's still raining. Thanks for that constant noise. It's so weirdly loud. Yeah. I don't think the pictures necessarily match reality. Remember the pics that they had for Hoshi's car wasn't made until almost a decade after when they take place? What are you talking about? Why was that anything? What does that have to do with anything? She's getting a little more crazy and crazier. I really can't wait till the next chapter. I really think I know what's gonna happen. And if it's true, I think we're going to the damn site. Maybe. Oh, I can't remember. Ah! I'm so excited. You're welcome. Thank you. Is it such a slow burn game? It is. It really is. A lot of visual novels are like that. Because there's a lot in this game we didn't really need. But it wants you to connect with the characters before they snap on you. Like, you want to believe these are your friends. You want to believe these cute girls could never harm anyone. Until you learn that this is a village of demons. Oh, it's so good! It's so good! I like it! I'm really liking it! I love Higurashi and I'm glad I'm playing this! And I'm glad that you are here! I know you guys are mostly lurking, but I appreciate it, dudes! I really do! The series has actually been getting quite good reviews lately. Lots of views, lots of likes, thank you guys, I appreciate that! I couldn't believe it! I didn't think Higurashi would be such a pull, and I'm just reading the entire time. I don't get to talk with you guys as much, and that kind of sucks. I miss talking with you guys, but I gotta read if I gotta get through this. So next time we should be able... Higurashi! Higurashi, you fuck! They're cicadas! That's what they are. They're the cicadas. It's called when they cry. When the cicadas cry. That's the name. Until I learned you're a dummy head, fuck you. I once watched this and I know the ending, but I hate what happens. Depends on which ending. Higurashi isn't one series that just ends once. It has many endings. But I'm guessing the one, since most of this is with Reina, I'm guessing the one that we're gonna see is at the damn site. Maybe. Maybe. I can't remember them all that well, but I'm super fucking excited to see how the visual novel, like, says this. What damn site? The construction damn site. The construction site. The site that we went with Reina when we first started, where we met Tomitake. That was where we got, Colonel Sanders out of the dump. Yeah. Yeah, Reina loves it there. Bro, these names, I know. It's so hard to keep track. There's Onikakushi, there's Onikakushi, there's the Nagashi Festival, there's Hinamizawa, there's Shishibune, there's Tomitake, there's Oshi-san, there's Reina, Rika, Satoko, Mion, Satoshi. It starts to get hard. Oh, of course, Orishiro-sama. How could I forget? Oh, God. There's so many names. Bro, I can't even remember my own name sometimes. Fucking... Yeah. Me too. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, damn, not damn. I know, right? It's weird. I call it the dump. I thought it was a dump. I didn't realize it was a construction site. I forgot that part. But we dig around and find stuff, so I always thought it was more like a dump. Like it's abandoned. So it's basically a dump for them. Yeah. So hard, just like me, for real. I mean. Fucking know it, dude. Let me see, we got split personalities and at the 7th of March. So this is where Reina was following us. I want to do this one first. I'll do split personality next. Potato. Is this the when they cry Ray? I don't think it's Ray. This chapter is called or something. But I am planning to play all of these. I am. Like, I might not be the greatest reader, but I enjoy me some Higurashi. I like visual novels. And I don't think people do them enough. So it's kind of nice. It's nice that you guys can just sit back and listen to my dumbass trying to tell you a creepy story. Cause I'm an idiot. On the 7th Mart was a bargain supermarket with food and alcohol. See, I couldn't even see supermarket, right? What's this, KG? So many. There's no reason to get all the different kinds, is there? I flopped all the different colored cup noodle bowls into the cart. Cup noodles have gotten so elaborate recently, and there are a bunch of different flavors. I want to try each of them at least once. I knew it was pretty selfish for me, but I thought I'd at least give it a try. KG, buy them in the big cakes, it's cheaper. Dad faltered. Well, I had a feeling it'd end up like this. Dad knew there was no point in him butting in. And then I only get to eat one kind. I get bored with it. I was resisting as a formality. I had already given up inside and wasn't sure which case of noodles to get. If you can't pick, then Mommy will pick for you. God, I hate them calling themselves that. It feels gross. Feels gross. I don't like it. I was never a fan of saying Mommy or Daddy. It's just, it's Mom or Dad. I know. No, stop being cutesy. I'm not a child. You don't have to rush me. I quickly searched the cases of noodles for what I want. Pork, bone, and ginger, large cup. Hey, Keiichi, can you get a more normal one? If I let Mom pick, she'd err on the side of safety and get soy sauce or salt flavor. Pork bone is good. I don't want a big bowl of tasteless stuff. I remember insisting that the noodles I picked were the right kind. In this frozen memory in time, this encapsulated world, I didn't have the power to look around my surroundings. So I did what I could and reached out with my hearing and vision, sharpening my senses to find the presence I overlooked. No matter how much I searched through my field of vision, I couldn't see Reina. I rewound the situation, searching. But of course, I couldn't find her. Then, was she spying at me? From my blind spot? I go through the sound and presences again looking. I could sense the other customers. They were all mixed about, moving as they please. There's nobody looking over this way, and no one trying to get behind me. Not here. Could it be here? Probably wasn't here. I would definitely notice if somebody was right behind me, even when I wasn't on my guard. I smiled weirdly at the thought of using a vague word like probably, right before contradicting it with definitely. Then, I paused my mental replay as a chill ran down my spine. There was definitely a presence like a shadow behind me. That was a terror unlike any other. If a presence really had manifested behind me, I would definitely have turned around to check for it. But the world had moved on, and there was no way for me to turn around. While carrying that frightening shadow on my back, I was gleefully running around the store searching for a case of noodles. Running through the instant noodle section, bad-mouthing my mom. But there was a presence, constantly at my back, sticking to me like a shadow. No way to see what it was. Realizing it now after the fact was horrifying or repulsive. In that moment, I was running around gleefully, carrying that cardboard box. Tip-tap. But listening to that moment again, I could hear footsteps other than mine, going pit-pat with every step. Tip-tap, tip-tap, tip-tap. Pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat. That's why I didn't turn around. That's why I didn't turn around. In that moment, the pit-pat of those footsteps were following me the entire time. I couldn't run faster and escaped. I couldn't run any faster than I had to run at that time. I couldn't turn around. I hadn't turned around before. Not once. Then I returned to my parents and started talking. The shadow-like presence was right at my back. Since I didn't move, the shadow didn't move. That is why it made no sound. That was all. At that time, I hadn't taken a single step while talking with my parents. I was just standing there. This was undeniable. And yet, I heard it. A pit-pat. That should it be. If I took 3 steps, it followed 3 steps. Wasn't that the rule? There is no sound other than that. At that time, the entire world had gone dark. A sudden darkness. It was the end of my reflective journey. I was tired. I wanted to end it. Someone turned on the light. Except my body couldn't move. As if I was sewn into that moment of time. Pit-pat. My past self's hair stood on end. That's impossible. Not that just breaking the rules. I hadn't moved. So you shouldn't be moving either. I couldn't move. So you shouldn't be able to move either. Follow the rules. Pit-pat. Yet the sound echoed in the darkness once again. The hair on the back of my neck pricked on ends. It was so close that it was hard to tell whether it was touching the hair or not. Why couldn't I move? Like how the presence was moving behind me. I quickly realized I could move. It's just that I was scared and didn't want to. But now was the only time I could turn around. It was something unforgivable in the moment of time. But I needed to turn around immediately. As if my entire being was trying to force me to stop, I began to administrate a pain like a needle being stuck into every pore. I'll turn around. I'll turn around. I'm not scared at all. I'll turn around. I'll turn around. I'm not scared at all. A scream I was unable to vocalize. I turned around. At first, I couldn't understand the meaning of it. What? What? What is this? The situation in front of my eyes. It was like a mouth biting an apple and slurping the juice. The way you would do with an apple, my mind was being eaten. It began to munch down, slurping the juices because it was like an apple. Meaning, what was in front of me was... Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! What? There are so many Higurashis, there are! There's an 8th chapter coming out soon! I missed the Japanese 7-Eleven? Their convenience stores are awesome! come back next time, right? Of course! Tip tap, bit bat, tip tap, bit bat. Get sneakers on, get sneakers on! Get sneaked on! We do have the split personality one to still read. I gotta take a drink though. I have been talking for hours! Which usually isn't a problem. But I'm trying to get a little lower. Because it's hard talking all these scenes in a high voice when they're getting spooky. Gotta get a spooky voice. Yeah. Split personality, let's go! Well, I always lurk on Kaiju stream unless I'm so busy. I appreciate it. I appreciate the lurk, I really do. I see it in movies quite often. But what is it exactly? Multiple personalities are thought to be an escapism. Multiple personality disorder is a form of escape? Correct. The exact mechanism is not fully understood, but it's believed to be the type of defense for the brain to retain mental stability. Hypothetically, poor people imagining themselves as wealthy is a form of escapism, is it not? Is this also a form of multiple personality disorder? I wouldn't go that far, but broadly speaking, one could infer that. It's something that occurs in us all. Does split personality occur when one cannot tell which reality and which is the escape? That's difficult to say. There are some who agree with that, and some who disagree. There is no consensus. Then, is the occurrence of multiple personality still an unknown phenomenon? Something not fully comprehended in the psychiatric field? Unfortunately, that is the correct state of things. We can only put our hopes in future research. But, it's kinda cool having a split personality. Wait, is this Raina talking to her doctor? And who else talks in squiggles? Oh, we are Raina! What kind of people get split personalities? Recent studies find those who develop it, or rather, those who are more susceptible to developing it, may be genetically disproposed, or may have had abnormal mental development. Some say that childhood abuse increases the chances. Speaking of which, person A here experienced abuse as a child, didn't he? How sad. Person A has 7 different personalities. Are we gonna watch Split? Yo, let's watch a video of them. Are we watching Split? I love Split. Split was a great movie. Oh, I loved it. The ending, but most of the movie, great. Oh, nice. Right after these commercials. What? Oh, hey, I read all the tips in Onikakushi, that's it. That means the next chapter is the last chapter! Yo! That confirms it! That confirms it! Yo! I'm excited! I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited! Oh, I want to do it now! I want to do it now, but I gotta go get sleep! I gotta get sleep and I gotta stop talking! Hey, yo! Save end of chapter 11, baby! God damn! Oh, we are so close to the end! I can't wait! We'll be able to do it on Friday! So get ready, guys! Get ready to get spooky! I'll see you guys then, okay? I'm gonna have to call it for the night. But thank you everybody who joined me. You're amazing for staying up this fucking late to just watch me read a fucking novel. Insanity that you are. Let me see here. Nobody looks like they're streaming just yet. Okay? So I'm gonna keep doing these, even if I'm bad at it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's getting spooky. We almost took out Raina's fingers today. Damn! We almost got hit by a car? Oh, it has been insane! Insanity! Alright guys, I'm gonna go. You guys go give Don some love when he starts? I mean, I could sit here for 10 minutes if you guys want to talk. I mean, we could do that. You're actually decently doing it fine? Aw, thank you! Thank you, Kevin, I'm trying. I know I stutter. But I'm not good at reading the words before I say them. And a lot of times I look away from the sentence. I don't know if you guys do that, but I've always done that. Where I'll see the sentence, I'll start it, and I'll look away, and I kind of assume what the rest of the sentence was. I do that a lot. I'm too lazy to keep reading. I just assume. And it makes an ass of us all. Yay! I love asses. Big booty asses. Big booty boom boom booty booty boom boom. That's right, Franklin, dance to it. Get it, Franklin, credit. Yeah! Look at him dancing. Look at him dance over there. Just 10 minutes of watching Franklin dance. Go! Look at him go! Look at him go! It doesn't matter what music is playing for Franklin. He will always dance. He will always give in to his passion of dance. And I respect that. Go Franklin, go Franklin, go! Go Franklin, go Franklin, go! Go Franklin, go Franklin, go! Hold on. Let me in. Do. Hang on. Go Franklin, go Franklin, go! 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 Look at him go! Look at him dance! Woo! Go Franklin! It's your birthday! Let's go! He's having a good time! I don't know what I'm doing! I gotta go to sleep! Guys! Please go, make sure you say hi to Dawn! Go Dawn behind you! Get ready! Get freed! Yes! I'll see you guys over there, okay? The rest of you get some wonderful sleep, okay? Get the goodest good sleeps! I know it's late, so make sure you get some rest, alright guys? I appreciate you being here! Get good sleep though! So I can see you tomorrow! Playing some more Outlast! Night you, man! Have a good night, guys! Like me! And I'll see you all next time! Unless we're murdered!